Hello and welcome to my first episode of eBay for Beginners. I myself am a beginner on eBay, and my very first month on eBay, I'm also a health insurance agent, so I was selling health insurance at the end of open enrollment period here. And my first month, without even trying, less than 15 hours into it, and that included research and all, I made over $1,000. So I want to share what I've learned with you guys, because it took me about 20 YouTube videos to watch to get all the information that I'm going to share with you here today in one YouTube video. So hopefully I can get some subscribers, get some feedback, and we can start having education courses monthly. So I want to try to keep this under 10 minutes today. So what I want to start with is eBay for Beginners. One of my favorite quotes that I've ever heard were that, the only difference between a successful person and an ordinary person is that the successful people are willing to do all those little things that the ordinary people aren't willing to do. So I'm going to teach you all those little things to get you started, and then you can take it to the next level. I'll share some more with you later, and we'll take it to the next level together. But getting started with eBay, setting up your account is the first thing. When you're setting up an eBay account, there's different ways that you can set up accounts. There are basic, you can just be a person that just posts stuff on eBay. If that's the case, you're going to pay higher fees, a lot higher fees. If you pay a little bit a month and become, a basic subscriber, get a membership, open a store type of thing, you're going to get more free insertions. You're going to get less final value fees, so you definitely want to read between the fees and pick the right type of company for you. If you do decide to set up a store, you don't pay for it that day, you pay for it at the end of the month. So you can get started, pay later, okay? You also need to set up your PayPal account, of course. You will have to attach that to a bank account or a credit card so they can pay you. And just follow the steps associated with that, and you'll get all that set up. It usually takes about a day. They have to deposit some money in your account. You have to go back on, say how much they deposited and whatnot to get your account set up. Once you have your eBay store set up and your PayPal account set up, now you're just going to go around your house and find stuff to sell. Mine started off with, I have twins. I have identical twin babies, and mine started off simply selling baby stuff that consignment stores were literally giving me $1.50 for my stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try to sell stuff on eBay. And so stuff that I was getting 50 cents for, or that maybe I'm even paying only $1 for, I'm selling for $5 and $6 and $7. Baby shoes, baby clothes, my daughter's clothes, her shoes that she wore once or twice and never wore again. Remote controls. How many times have you switched cable companies and you still have the remote controls? These things are selling for $8 to $9 a piece on the internet. Old cords from a computer you don't have anymore, or a printer that you threw away and you still had the cord laying around. Those cords sell. Somebody else lost that cord and still has that printer, okay? These are the things that you would throw away are the things that other people are buying on eBay. So just look around your house. Things you don't want anymore, clean them up, wash them up, present them nicely so you get good feedback. Throw them on eBay and see what happens. That's what I did. Within my first week, I had sold over $200 I had made in profits. But I didn't have a scale. I wasn't weighing things. I was running back and forth to the post office, and you don't have to do that. You can print shipping labels right from eBay. My first scale was my mother's Weight Watcher scale. Worked pretty good for a while. Then I had moved into selling clothes and things like that I had laying around, and I went ahead and got myself a hanging mannequin, as you can see. I was an idiot. I didn't shop around. I thought I was getting the best deal online because everybody thinks everything's the best deal online, and I paid double what I found that same mannequin for at a store later on. So now I actually sell mannequins, and with selling bigger things, I needed a bigger scale. So for $8, I did get one of these online that was as cheap as I found. It opens up, it weighs, it's digital, it has pounds, ounces, the whole nine on it. So great scale to have. I love it. Great beginner scale. I had to get a roll of tape, and other than that, all of your shipping supplies, you can go right to the United States Post Office, and you can order free flat rate envelopes and padded envelopes. A lot of my stuff I just send in these, just regular legal envelopes. You can get those for really cheap, online or offline. These are poly mailers. These are like legal envelopes that have padding already in them. You can get these. These are great for shipping, but most of your shipping supplies are free right from the post office. So go to the United States Post Office and they ship to you in like a day or two. I mean, I got them right away, so you don't have to wait around. You don't have to buy these labels, these fancy labels. This is actually something I bought. This isn't something that I'm selling. My labels I print right off on regular paper. I cut them off. I have a section to keep that has my customer's information on it. The other part I just tape right onto the envelope. And I don't even have to go to the post office because the mailman picks it up right from my house. How easy is that? Other things, you know, make sure you have a bunch of regular envelopes, because all those coupons you get in the mail for stuff you don't use, this whole sheet of coupons just sold for $6. I would have threw this away, and it's $6, but to somebody else it's going to save them $22 in baby supplies. This is just stuff I happen to have plenty of. They're going to expire before I can use them. I threw them on there to see what would happen, and I made $6. I offered free shipping. I'll stick them in an envelope with a stamp on them, and bing bam boom, what did I make? $5.50, right? After you take off the cost of the stamp. So I mean, eBay selling is simple. The biggest key is getting on eBay when you're bored, late at night, have nothing else to do. Instead of turning on the TV, get on eBay and search around as a buyer and look at what things are selling. Then if you go down on the left-hand side of the screen, or if you're on your phone, you can hit refine, scroll all the way down. You find sold items. You touch sold items. Now everything that's showing on eBay is the stuff that just recently sold. So you can see what's actually selling. And if somebody's selling the same remote control on there, don't waste your time taking a picture and coming up with a new title and description and blah, blah, blah. Copy and paste it. They're not using it anymore. They already sold theirs. You know that it worked. Somebody found it. So you know it's a good title. It's a good description. Somebody bought it. Just copy and paste it. It saves lots of time. Other than that, for photos, you don't have to buy a big backdrops or have any special area. I have one of those sticky hanger things on the wall that peel off and don't leave marks that I simply hang my mannequins on. For shoes, I have a wall in my living room with a little table in front of it. The wall is brick. So I just set shoes up real cute, you know, just prop them up on top of each other and seeing if I had any laying around here. I don't. And snap a picture. Just make sure that the background is clear. There's not a lot of clutter. Make sure the item looks new. If it is used, still make it look nice. People are going to buy your quality of your product. And if you put the time into the product, they're going to put the time into buying it. Thrift stores. Find out what days are the half off days. What days have the colors of the items that you've seen. The Goodwill is a little pricey. Try to find your off-market thrift stores. They don't necessarily check prices on eBay before pricing things like I think the Goodwill is starting to do. Storage and organizing. Stay organized. Every time I go shopping, I go out with a budget. I'm going to spend 20 bucks. The last time I spent 20 bucks, I turned it into $100 within a week. Not everything sold, but what did, I made $100 on. That 20 was well spent. I keep those things in, as you see back here, the little purple tubs. I keep tubs. So every time I go shopping, I have a tub that I keep that stuff in. I label the front of the container with a piece of paper and a tape that says such and such date that I posted. So that way when something sells, I can go right to the tub of the date of the posting, find the item, and give it to them. Because at first, you won't have so much stuff that you're confused. But after a couple weeks, you're like, oh, when did I buy that? When did I post that? What box is it in? So just to save time, be organized. Everybody has a bunch of those laying around. If not, remember, the United States Post Office is going to send you a lot of boxes for free. You won't need all of them right away. You can use some of them for storage at first, okay? Next, feedback is huge. So always make the customer happy. If the customer wants it, give them the pickle. If you ever seen the sales movie, Give Them the Pickle, just give the customer the pickle. Give them what they want. I allow returns within 14 days. A lady contacted me. She was a size 2. A dress I had for sale was a size 9. She thought maybe she could get it altered to fit. She really wanted the dress. She asked if I allow returns, which my site says that I do. Long story short, we split the return cost when she had to send it back because it didn't sell. So sometimes people will ask you for favors like that. That could have been a sale though. She really liked that dress, and if it could have worked, which I'm not a seamstress to know if it would have or not, it could have been a great product. So it could have been a great sale. It was a $50 sale. Unfortunately, I had to refund it, so I did take that out of my profit that I told you, $1,000 in the first month. But these were dresses that I had from high school that I'll never wear again. I held on to because, well, that's what women do. And now I did end up selling it for $50 though, about 2 weeks later. So, but that didn't count in my first month. So basically, there's tons of ways to sell on eBay. You can sell Amazon products and have them free drop shipped right to eBay customers. Be careful doing that. I wouldn't do it in your first 90 days. I haven't actually started with that yet because you can get bad feedback for slow mailing. Ask people for help. If you know somebody that is already selling on eBay, just ask them. Ask Google. You can ask Google anything. Remember that little Google Talk thing that you have on your phone? Just talk to Google. It'll talk back to you. But most importantly, ask the world for help. And so today, as I share information with you, I'm also going to ask you for help. First off, please share this video if you know anybody that needs some help getting started on eBay. But secondly, I'm looking into finding some wholesalers, distributors, drop shippers that are legitimate, that don't charge monthly fees, and that don't have bad products. So if anybody has some advice for me, it would greatly be appreciated. Please feel free to email me online deals, the number 4, the letter U, the number 2, the word day @gmail.com. My online eBay store is online deals, the number 4, the letter U, the number 2, the word day. So please feel free to check out my store and some of my photos and some of the items that I've sold so you can get an idea of what you can sell. We can all become successful on eBay. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to subscribe.